Good afternoon, Chrisfield families and students. Here are your updates for the week. I want to start by saying congratulations to our course members who made the All-Shore course yesterday. The auditions were yesterday. Every single one of our members who participated made the All-Shore course. That performance will be in the spring, and you will get more information about that. So congratulations to those who made the All-Shore course. Again, we have a lot going on this week, catching up on some games that were postponed due to some of the weather. We are in week 2 of our semester. Make sure, as I say almost every single week, do not dig a hole, do not get behind in your classes early, and then have to make up all these assignments. So make sure we're staying on top of that, students and families, and as well as the attendance. Make sure that we've got to be responsible, guys. Like, we got to look at our attendance. We need to keep track of it. We had people failing for attendance last semester for 1 or 2 days over, and they didn't use parent notes. Like, we need families and students to pay attention to this because it becomes a process, and then it actually hinders our ability to move forward efficiently. So please pay attention to your absences. If you go to the doctor, the counselor, the dentist, bring a note. Do it right away. Bring it the very next day. If your student stays home sick, send a note the next day or email us. So we have some documentation. We just need to be better about being at school, number one. But if we're not going to be at school, we need to make sure we have our notes in. We need this responsibility to be taken care of on both ends. Like, we'll take care of it on our end, and certainly we do mess up sometimes, and that's why I asked you guys to please pay attention to your attendance. But when you are out, you're out for whatever reason. Make sure you communicate with us, bring the notes, email us if you need to, but please be on top of your attendance for semester 2. We do not need attendance failures over silly things. All right, so we will have some MAP testing tomorrow in Mr. Bimbo and Miss Smith's class. So if you're in their classes, be ready for MAP testing, and that will also be on Tuesday as well. We'll finish up on Tuesday for that. We have a JV and varsity boys basketball game at James and Bennett that starts at 4:30, and we have a JV and varsity girls basketball game at Snow Hill, and that starts at 4:30. That's tomorrow. On Tuesday, we have art club after school. So if you're a member of the art club, you'll be staying after school with Mr. Simpson. And we have a JV and varsity boys basketball at Snow Hill starting at 4:30. That's Tuesday. On Wednesday, we're wearing green for mental health awareness. Remember that we are wearing green or mental health shirts. It's not casual day, so make sure that you are in your uniform appropriate attire other than the green shirt or mental health shirt. Again, no hoodies and all the other things that we say no to about the yoga pants, leggings, all that stuff. All right. Also on Wednesday, there's a quill and scroll meeting. So if you're a member of that, be prepared for that meeting after school. And then we have a JV and varsity girls basketball game at home versus James and Bennett. That starts at 4:30. That's on Wednesday. On Thursday, we have a varsity girls basketball game at North Dorchester, and that starts at 4 o'clock. We have a JV and varsity boys basketball game starting at 4:30, and that will be against North Dorchester, and that is home. On Friday, we are doing our Wacky Tacky Fridays again. So we're wearing pink, red, or black for Valentine's Day. So that is a casual day, but remember, no hoodies, no pajama pants, no yoga pants, no leggings. None of that stuff. If we can't do this, and we've done a great job so far this year, but last Friday was a little off. If we can't do it the right way, we're going to have to stop them. So make sure that we're doing them the right way. Pink, red, or black, casual day. You can wear your jeans, you can wear your sweatpants, but you got to avoid the hoodies, the hats, the yoga pants, the leggings, that type of stuff. You guys know what it is at this point. We're in February now. On Saturday, we have a JV and varsity boys basketball game, and that starts at noon. So if you have nothing else to do on a Saturday, come out and see us. We're going to be home for that game, so come out and support our guys. The last time they played Parkside last week was a close game. We have a good chance of pulling that one out, especially with the home crowd. So that starts at noon with our JV boys. That's pretty much the announcements for the week. I do want to just touch base on a couple of things. I had a meeting with Dr. Tasker Mitchell. All the administrators did, and she did review the information from the survey. So thank you to everyone who participated in that survey. She did review some of the data with us. It is moving forward with different provisions and all that kind of stuff, but it has to go through the board, of course. But she did hear your voice. Thank you to everyone who participated in that survey, because she, like I said, she has heard your voice. They gave us the platform, and you all participate in the platform, and so I appreciate that time that you put forth into filling out that survey. And regardless of when it changes or if it changes, we have our voices heard, and they know what the data is at this point. The next thing is about our uniforms. Our students do a fantastic job, and as I tell my students all the time, not worried about the other schools and what they do. We're worried about what we do at Crisfield. Our students do a great job. I'm very proud of them. We have very little issues. The ones that we do have most of the time, it seems fairly innocent. We get them a shirt, and they go back to class, and we're done with it. But there are a couple that we're having a little bit of issue with. Please, parents, help us out. We know what the uniform policy is at this point. Again, we are in February. This is a waste of everybody's time. Just come in with the uniform. Make sure that we're ready to go for class. That's what we need to do. We need to walk in class to see everybody working in their appropriate school uniform so that we can move forward with the day. And the last thing I want to talk about, and it's a praise and just a request as well, but we have started a new protocol in our math classes because we're trying to get these students prepared for our MCAP math at the end of the year. And that is where they turn their cell phones in like a test every single time they're taking a test. And they did it this week without hesitation, without a problem. We didn't have any issues. And it allows them to focus on their test, and it sets them up for exactly what they'll experience when they're taking the MCAP in the spring. And if you guys are aware, and if you're not aware, the MCAP Algebra 1 test is one of the ways we determine CCR. And we can have more discussions about this. I won't take up the whole time on this video, but the Algebra 1 test in 9th grade for a lot of our 9th grade students is an extremely important test. And I met with all the algebra classes this week to explain how important it is. They followed suit. They did a great job. So parents, applause to you for raising such fine young women and young men who are able to adjust to the different protocols that we're putting in place to try to help them be successful on these tests. But with that, again, I just want to ask parents, guardians, families, please encourage your students to keep their phones away during school so that they can get the best experience possible, the best learning experience possible, and making sure that they're getting the material so they can pass their classes, pass their tests, and not be distracted by everything that can be on that cell phone. We know it's on there, and we know that it can be a distraction. We're asking for your help. Like I said, we have some great students who did a great job this week, and we're very proud of them. Just to continue to asking for you to continue to push that notion that make sure your cell phone's away, guys, when we're in class. I appreciate that. Hope everybody has a great Sunday. If you're watching the Super Bowl, hope the team that you're rooting for wins. And we'll see everybody again on Monday.